Open your book to page 913, and let's go to example 6. In example 6, you have this graph over here, and you're looking for limit from this graph. So let's go to part A. So you have the limit of g of x as x approaches to 2 from the negative side. So 2 negative means you want to approach the 2 from the negative. So if you look at this graph over here, that means x is coming from the negative side, and as x get closer and closer to 2, the y get closer to and closer to 3. So this is equal to 3. You can look at the graph. So as x get closer to 2, the y get closer to 3. Okay. The next part, you're looking for the limit of g of x when x approaches 2 from the positive side. So you have to be careful now. This is approach 2 from the positive side. So you're coming from this side. So the x get closer and closer to 2, the y get closer and closer to 1. So this is equal to 1. Okay. Next one, you have the limit of g of x as x approaches to 2. So this one, you're looking from both sides. When there's no plus or minus, means coming from both sides. So if you come from this side, it approaches to 3, and when you come from this side, it approaches to 1. So there are different values, so it doesn't approach to a single value. Therefore, this one does not exist. Okay. So that's the A. Now let's look at B. Let's do part B. So you have limit of g of x as x approaches 5 from the negative side. So when it approaches 5 from the negative side, it gets closer and closer to 2, right? So this is equal to 2. The next one, you want the limit of g of x as x approaches to 5 from the positive side. So if you come from the positive side, again, as x get close to 5, the y get closer to 2. Okay. Now next one, you have the limit of g of x as x approaches to 5. So this is coming from both directions. So when you come from this direction, it approaches to 2. When you come from this direction, it approaches to 2. Therefore, it doesn't matter what direction you're coming from, it will approach to 2. Okay. Now let's go to next example. Let's go to example 7. Okay, so let's go to example 7 with this graph over here. Okay, so page 914, example 7. So you have this graph over here, and let's do A. You're looking for limit of f of x as x approaches 1 from the negative side. So as x get closer and closer to 1 from the negative side, the y is going to approach to 3. Okay, so this is equal to 3. Now you go to B, you come from the positive side, so you're going to get the limit of f of x as x approaches to 1 from the positive side. So as you're coming from the positive side, as x get closer and closer to 1, the y get closer and closer to 2. So this is equal to 2. Okay, and your part C, you're coming from both directions. So the limit of f of x as x approaches to 1. So you come from both directions. So from this side, it approaches to 3. When you come from this side, it approaches to 2. So this one does not exist. Okay. Now there are certain problems that the limit does not exist. For example, like if you look at example 4, if you go to page 911 and look at this example 4, okay, so you have this kind of graph. Notice when you come from this side, it oscillates. So it doesn't approach a fixed number. When you come from this side, it oscillates. So in this case, the limit does not exist. So if you look over here, in this case, the limit does not exist. Okay. Another situation is when you have this kind of graph. Okay. When you're on page 912, example 5, you have this kind of graph. So the limit as x approaches 0, notice it get into infinity. It will never have a fixed number, so it get higher and higher. So again, when it approaches to infinity, so the limit does not exist. So those are certain situations that limit does not exist. So again, make sure that you understand the limit about the negative, the minus, the little minus means you're coming from the negative side. The little plus means you're coming from the positive side. When there's no plus or minus means you have to come from both sides. Okay? And the only time you have the limit when it comes from both sides when it approach to the same value, like this one over here. Okay. So again, you approach this way have the same value.